The way she put it in.
It's the bike cemetery. Starting the vlog in a really glamorous place. The tip. Well, it's not actually a tip. It's like a recycling centre. We wanted to see if we could find Rue a bike for her birthday because every time we come here we notice they've got loads of really nice like bikes and stuff. We found one, so I'm happy about that. Because the thing is with a bike, you can get obviously a brand new one, that's fine, but if you can get a second-hand one that's just as good, why wouldn't you? You know they're just going to be riding it through the mud and stuff, so yeah, but every time we come here I have to have a good mooch around. So that's what I'm doing. Alex doesn't know that I'm mentally spending lots of money. Apologies for the very noisy eater. Today and tomorrow, as all systems go to get ready for Rue's birthday, I have done pretty much all of the shopping for both her birthday and Christmas. They're obviously quite close together, so I tend to just get lots of things that I know she'll like, and then when it comes to wrapping, I just split them pretty much down the middle. I'm going to go up in a bit and get all her gifts and go through them, so you'll see what she's got this year. We just went to the recycling and reuse centre to pick her up a bike, which wasn't... It was sort of on our list, but not. I think without the bike, she undoubtedly has enough presents this year, but the bike is a nice addition in the sense that it's something that I know she really wants and we can use it when we're out and about. But I am also glad that we got it second hand. I paid £8 for this little bike with stabilisers. It's very sweet and I think she's going to really love it. Yesterday we went through all the toys in her toy box together. If you have a toddler, you will know how painful that experience was. Things that she hasn't looked at or played with in months were suddenly her favourite toy. I managed to sell a couple on Vinted. I donated a huge box to the charity shop and also a huge bag of soft toys. I really struggle with soft toys. I'm just going to put it out there. It's not Victorian times anymore. Do we still need soft toys to be a thing? Rue's not really much of a soft toy girl, but the amount of soft toys that we just had in the house, they're not doing anything. They're not being played with. And I felt bad taking them to the charity shop because I feel like, is it the kind of thing that's going to sell? I don't know. They took them, so that's great. It's obviously nice to be able to donate, but you do still worry, like, I hope I'm not just shifting my crap to the charity shop, basically. But anyway, they took them, so I guess that must mean there's a market for them. I did see a social media post going around that charity shops often have quite an influx of toys post-Christmas, when actually they need them before Christmas because people will be going to look for potential presents. So I just thought it seemed like a good time to do it. So yeah, there you go. If you haven't done it yet and you've got little ones and you think you could do with clearing out a few, now is the time to do it. Come here. Oh. You sit in your chair for a minute. Are you gorgeous? Are you? Yeah. You sit there, my little helper. I've got everything in front of me now that I've got for Rue, and to be honest with you, I feel like it's too much. She's also got a couple of other bits in the garage and the bike, as I mentioned before, and I'm looking at it and I feel like I've overdone it. I want to share what I've got for her, just as inspiration for any of you that also have little ones. I also, ironically, watched a really good video yesterday about someone who... She basically made a YouTube video about how she'd taken away pretty much all of her children's toys and it improved their independent play, it improved their creativity. She included loads of citations and references to psychological studies, childcare experts, etc., who had written papers and studies about having less toys. And I feel like Rue is one of those children that actually, she doesn't always play very well with her toys. So I'm trying to make sure that the things that I've got her very much cater towards the type of play that I see her engage with. And a lot of the stuff that we got rid of, I felt didn't lend themselves towards that, if that makes sense. But if I'd watched that video a few months ago, I probably would have scaled back a lot on what I've got here. Like I said, this is going to be split between birthday and Christmas. So we'll just see how it goes. So this is the only bit of clothing that I've got her, and it's this Paddington sweatshirt from Next. It's so soft. It was in the boys section, but I mean, what does that actually even mean? And I got it in a 4 to 5 and it was £14. A, she loves Paddington, and B, on her birthday, we are taking her to see Paddington in Peru. She loves Adventures of Paddington, the animated version, and she loves the films, and she absolutely loves the cinema. We only recently took her for the first time. They do a kind of toddler viewings thing at the cinema local to us, and we went to see Room on the Broom, and then I've since been with her and they showed like a compilation of Bluey things. She loves the cinema, she loves movies, she will easily sit through a whole movie. She loves the Paddington movies, and she saw the poster for Paddington in Peru when we were at the cinema and she was so excited about it. So that's going to be our special treat, is that we're all going to go together in the evening to watch Paddington in Peru. So that's kind of going to introduce that part of the Prezi, and I know she'll absolutely love this. So one thing I know that she absolutely loves is role play. She loves any kind of role playing games. So I did buy her a couple new bits for her toy kitchen, and I think after Christmas, once I've had the tree in here and moved it out again, I'm going to get her kitchen in here and just move things around a little bit. Aldi had their annual wooden toy event and I did go and get a couple of bits. So I got her a grocery set, which has got your classics: baked beans, ketchup, strawberry jam, chocolate, and I also got her the Cuthbert wooden party cake. I just couldn't really resist getting the little caterpillar cake. I feel like this is a purchase that was relatively unnecessary. I did see though, actually, somebody put on their story that after the Aldi wooden toy event, people had gone and bought these. I want to say this was £8, and they were reselling them on Vinted for like £40. That is just so bad. But yeah, got her the little Cuthbert. I know she will really like this. She always builds us birthday cakes out of other random toys and she makes us blow the candles out, so I feel like she'll really love this. I also got her the wooden coffee machine set, and I know she will love this. She loves her tea set, her tea party set, so I think it will just be an extension of that. And it's very cute. It's got little buttons on it, all the little pieces. Baby Chino. I know she can't read, but it's just, these things are for adults, aren't they? Let's be honest, these are for the adults in your life. So I got her that as well. Also from the Aldi wooden toy event, I got this activity box. This is the garden set. They had a few different themed ones, but essentially you can, the lid slides off, you can set it up as a whiteboard or a chalkboard. And does it have, what's it got in there? 50 magnetic pieces, 5 magnetic card designs, a whiteboard pen, a whiteboard eraser, and 1 pack of chalks. The reason that I got this, and this will be a Christmas gift actually, this will be an under the tree gift, but I really love having things like this to take with us when we go out for a meal. So this is the kind of thing that I will have living in the car, and then when we go out to dinner she can obviously be playing with this pre the meal coming out, especially if it lives in the car and she doesn't see it all the time. It has that little bit of novelty as well. And the magnetic pieces are just like little puzzles almost, so half a ladybird, you match it up with the other half. And the last thing I got from the Aldi wooden toy event was the role play dentist's bag. She has the doctor one of these. She got it for her birthday last year actually. She plays with it all the time. So many different little bits and bobs in there. The teeth are actually removable, and I know she'll really enjoy this. I have just thought actually, if she's pretending to be a dentist, am I going to have to sit with my mouth open for ages? Hopefully not. I'll have to encourage her to be using the fake teeth. I know she'll really enjoy that, and they come in these really lovely bags as well, so really easy to store. Whenever I see toddler gift guides or I see people talking about what their toddlers play with a lot, the Melissa and Doug ice cream kit comes up all the time. So I got her the ice cream counter. I was actually not going to get this because I think it was on sale for £40. I really struggle with that price, especially because I'd already bought her a lot of these other bits. However, her granddad, who lives in Portugal, Alex's dad, he transferred us some money and said, please get Rue a birthday present from me, because obviously it's harder for him to buy something there and ship it over. So then when that came, I thought, okay, I'll get her this from her granddad. So it's the Melissa and Doug Scoop and Serve ice cream counter. They do also do a massive I think it's called a creamery. It's like the big version. This is a kind of mini set, if you like. It's got a little menu and some fake money, and a lot of people that I've seen on Instagram that have this say their toddlers play with it for ages. So baby's down here now, aren't you? Yeah, is that better? Is that better? Lying on the floor? Yeah. I also got her this little sightseeing city tour bus, which I will give her for her birthday. This has got 9 play figures in it, and the top floor of the double decker comes off, so you can pop the people in and out, move them around. She's definitely moving more into that kind of imaginative play zone, so I think she'll really enjoy this. The other thing that I've got for her, which is in the garage, is a doll's house. I actually got it on Facebook Marketplace at the same time that I got her IKEA toy kitchen, which was well over a year ago. And I got the IKEA kitchen and the doll's house from the same person. I actually went to pick up the kitchen and she said, do you want this doll's house as well? Great. So lovely. So I've got that, but I have yet to paint it. And in my head, ever since I picked it up over a year ago, I said to myself, I will paint the doll's house and give it to her on her 3rd birthday. Her 3rd birthday is here in a couple of days. Have I painted that doll's house yet? No. It is my intention to do it, and I want to do it before Christmas. In the Aldi Wooden Toy event, they had a doll's house furniture kit, which was £9, I think. It was really affordable. If you want to torture yourself, go onto the Zara Home section, the toy section, in the wooden toys, look at the doll's house furniture. It is so cute, but the sets, I just can't justify it. It's like £15 for a room, so £15 for the bedroom set, £15 for the kitchen set. I think by the time you've kitted out the whole doll's house, you would easily have spent £100, and I just can't do it. So I got the Aldi one, and then I'll just fill it out with other little bits and bobs that I find as and when I find them, because I'm always rummaging around in places, so I'm sure I'll come across some quite sweet stuff now that I'm looking for it. But yeah, I've got the doll's house. It's my job to paint that between now and Christmas. I'm praying to my future self that I will get it done, because I really want to give it to her, and I know she'll love playing with it. Whenever we go to free play places and they have a doll's house, she loves playing with it. From B&M, I got her a little princess dress. It's a Beauty and the Beast stylie. As I mentioned before, she loves Beauty and the Beast. She actually really loves Gaston. And Alex said, I think she'd prefer a Gaston costume. And to be honest, I think he's probably right, but that doesn't exist as far as I'm aware. Got her this Gruffalo and Friends Search and Find book. And this is kind of like a Where's Wally, I think. Each page has got different things that they can be looking for. I do always like to get her a bath toy for Christmas, because we go through bath toys. Like, they get gross and then they need to be gone. It's a little trigger operated crocodile, and he eats these little floating fish. So I think she'll really like that. I hope she's not scared of it, because I did get her these swimming turtles once that like swim in the water, and she was kind of shit scared of them, so that wasn't so great. And then the last bits that I got were some board games for us to play with her. It is a game, but it's not at the same time. It's one that I can sit with her. I'm going to be teaching her to read soon, which is definitely not a necessity, but she really wants to be able to. She's constantly asking us what things say. She's always been really engaged in her books. She loves sitting and looking and sounding things out and learning letters and things. So I just think I'm going to get her started on it. The teacher in me is itching to do that, and I feel like I've got 2 years until she goes to school, so I'm just going to get going with it. I got this match and spell game because it's just a nice little introduction into letter sounds, short words, and just a nice thing that we can sit and do together. And then the other 2 mini games I got, Little Bug Bingo. Again, that's an Orchard Toys one. I think Orchard Toys and also Galt, G-A-L-T, they do these lovely little board games for like 3+. It's a really nice way for us to spend that time together. Does it sometimes end in tears? Yes, absolutely, because turn taking and not winning are things that we all need to practice. Mummy and Daddy are equally as upset when they don't win a game. So yeah, it definitely doesn't always make for like the smoothest time, but it's really beneficial, and she really enjoys it in the end. So, and then I also got a My First Snakes and Ladders, because they have a Snakes and Ladders board at the library, but it's quite a complex one. She always wants to play it, but she doesn't quite get it. So I think with this one, it's obviously really visual, and I just think it's a little bit more accessible for her. It looks like that. Nice big squares, nice big numbers, really easy to read dice. So that is everything. I feel like that is more than enough. I mean, I've been talking for 25 minutes. Obviously, I will edit that down. Hopefully you haven't just watched 25 minutes of me chatting, but that is birthday and Christmas done. And she's not having anything else new for the rest of time. But on the plus side, this is probably the most organised I've ever been in my life. I think having a child at the end of November was really good for my organisation, because it means that I've just got Christmas sorted, you know? Christmas is done. And then for Pia, for Christmas, I'm going to wrap a few old toys. Ooh. And like a pack of nappies. That's mostly for Rue's benefit. Someone messaged me on Instagram the other day like, what are you getting your newborn? Because I feel like my toddler's going to notice if Santa doesn't leave her anything. And I thought that is such a good point. But I've kept hold of obviously some of Rue's baby toys. So I will wrap some of those up just a couple, and I will wrap up like a really big pack of nappies, big pack of wipes, etc. And Rue can help her open them and be underwhelmed by what's inside. But it's the thought that counts, isn't it, Pia? And actually, that's all you need this year for Christmas. So Father Christmas will be doing a very good job. So now I'm just going to wrap some of this, especially the birthday stuff. Rue will be home in a bit, so I need to get it out of sight. That's a decent little present stack, isn't it? That plus the bike, which I'll just clean up and put a ribbon on. This paper, funnily, this was just a roll of paper that I had for like gifts that I give to other people's children, like nursery presents and all those little ones that pop up through the year. And every single time we've talked about her birthday, she said, am I getting something in the monster wrapping paper? Because she always sees me wrapping things up for other children. And I think she just really wants that experience. So I've done a couple of them in that paper as well. She'll be very happy about that. I just need to clean up the bike and pop a little ribbon on it tomorrow. Then we'll be good to go. I was going to wake up early today and wash my hair, and then it snowed. It's the next day. We are on Operation Cakes today, which is tray bakes or some cupcakes to take into nursery. Haven't decided whether I want to make the tray bake and then just send some of that to nursery, or if I should bake cupcakes. I've just come out of my lovely postnatal yoga class that I've been going to. This is a new addition to my life. I'll talk about it more in a future vlog, I think. I'm going to keep this one birthday focused, and then I'll talk about all these other lovely bits in the next vlog. About to drive back towards town and go and get one of those metal trays for the tray bake. I just use the disposable ones usually, so I'm either going to go to Home Bargains or B&M. I'm not sure which. Might go to B&M because I haven't been there in a while. And I need to pop to Sainsbury's, and then I'll be home on tray bake duty. I cannot believe we woke up to snow this morning. Rue was so excited. I was like, I've got something to show you, and got her up, and we looked out the window. She went, it's winter time. She's been so buzzing about the possibility of snow. I've actually been trying to explain to her that you don't usually get snow at Christmas time, and now it's snowing in November. It's so weird. I'm used to it snowing in like February, if it's going to snow at all. Here we are, lots of snow. Thankfully the roads aren't too bad, but obviously drive safe. The snow will be gone by the time this vlog goes up, but I'll be driving safe, so. I didn't make it to Sainsbury's. I managed B&M. I was in B&M for about half an hour, to be honest, because I did have a little look at the Christmassy bits. But yeah, I just left there, and I just crashed. I needed to eat lunch, I needed to sit down, and I figure I can always nip out to Sainsbury's later. I might need to get more butter for the icing, but I know that I'll have to leave the cakes to cool completely before I can ice them anyway, so it's not like I'll need that immediately. These are the trays that I use for the tray bakes, just literally foil roasting trays. £2.50 for a pack of 5 in B&M. They also sell them in Home Bargains, etc. I've got my recipe book. I basically, whenever I have a recipe that either I've found and I like, or I've tweaked it and I've got it to a place that I'm really happy with it, I have to write it in here in shorthand, because I can use a recipe off my phone if I have to, and the irony is obviously I have a whole TikTok channel where I put recipes on in video form, but having it written down is just so much easier, and especially if you can then write it down in like a shorthand way that makes sense to you, I just find it so much more helpful. There we go, the birthday corner is set up, all good to go. This is the bike, and I've just put her little badge on it that she'll wear tomorrow. She'll be buzzing about that. I actually looked up this brand, Dino Bikes, and they're about £100, £150 new. So getting one for £8, very, very happy with our purchase. Oh, jump scare. I also iced her cake. So I put buttercream icing on the tray bake, and then I just, basically last year I did exactly the same thing. You just cut the number of their birthday out of baking paper, pop it on top, sprinkles all over the cake, and then you take the baking paper off and it leaves the number. It's quite a simple way to decorate the cake, but it just makes it look a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more birthday-ish, I suppose. She's not going to care. She literally will not give a shiny shit about that. She'll just want to eat it and eat the sprinkles, but it matters to me. So put library books down here. Better?
Yeah.
Okay, Alex inspired me to move the play gym, so I've done that.
Happy birthday to you.
My jumper! Put the bear! Or the werewolf.
Hello, it's a few days after the birthday now, and I'm coming to just sign off. Birthday debrief. So I didn't obviously vlog on her birthday. We were just having a lovely day together. She had a little play date with her friend in the morning, went for a little happy meal. In the afternoon, we went to the cinema and watched Paddington in Peru. And she wanted an ice cream at the cinema, and they had marmalade ice cream. So she had marmalade ice cream with sprinkles, and she was absolutely buzzing about it. Do you have any favourite presents, or what ones do you like the most, do you think? Huh? This one, the Melissa and Doug ice cream shop, has gone down a treat. And you've been making us ice creams, haven't you? You've been saying, what would you like? And then we choose off the menu. That game has been played on repeat. And now you are? 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it was very third birthday focused, but the week has been third birthday focused. And hopefully if you have little ones, the gifts might have given you some ideas. And next weekend, I would like to put up the Christmas tree.
Yeah, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, oh, oh. Getting ready for Christmas now that your birthday's out the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one.